Welcome, 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 everybody. It is noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are, because you are watching us right now, Sunday, August 2nd, or as the post I put up a little while ago, 8-2 Brute, 8 August 2nd. So, 8-2. Anyways, welcome everyone to our favorite Sunday event, The Master's Mind. Great way to finish the previous week. Great way to introduce the new week. And we are so glad to have you here as we continue to grow our amazing community. We like to welcome everybody. So if you're brand new here, welcome. Of course, being a master's mind, we hear from our masters, our guides, our GPSs to success, our dear friends. So without further ado, let's get started. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Terry and Robert Hollis.
Well, Craig, the hostess with the mostest, thank you so much. Thanks for jumping on. Scott, Dustin, Melody Ryba, Coach Bob, Faith, Ben, Lisa Marie, Deborah Bronner, Deborah Grady, Matthew. Of course, we always say Hannah and Ezra. We got to see pictures of him eating pancakes and scrambled eggs today. And then, of course, the hostess with the mostest, Craig, and then Lisa, my wife, Ling. Yeah, Terry. And I also want a special guest on here, Lucas Shoemaker. He's been on here numerous times. And I just asked him, he reached out to me and said he'd like to say a little something. And I just want to tell you, Lucas, I love you. We've all been praying big time for you and your family. And just go ahead and I'll do my best to help you with that announcement.
Yeah, so I appreciate buddy with their going to Facebook and giving their condolences. Dad would be missed very greatly. Um, it just, he was doing a lot of pain and they couldn't help him. I really tried to get him out of the gutter. He just didn't, he had a lot of demons in him, I guess, and he just didn't want to, project it onto me, I guess. And he just couldn't deal with it anymore. So, but I'm grateful for this community, and I'm better today than I was a few days ago. I talk about dad, I cry. I got a video, I cry. So I miss very much.
Well, Lucas, I love you very much, and I know as you mourn, it's just going to consistently come in waves. It's just going
Yeah,
to always come in waves, and if that's your lovely wife behind you,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It does come
very
in waves.
difficult. Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
definitely comes in waves. So it's like, yeah, just get
well,
out of his place. I mean, it's just crazy.
I
So
I
yeah, I
just
mean,
I just loved your dad, man. I seen some people that post comments in there and said, your father really loved me and I just there were so many people that I know that just really loved your father. And I think the funniest things is people brought up to me on a personal level that, sometimes your father would get a little headstrong.
that's my dad. That was my dad. Yeah,
And
yeah.
people remember,
Always.
yeah, people
Yeah,
remember, hey, I remember you and Bill going after it a few times.
yeah. I
And
know.
that makes me happy. That makes me happy that he felt that safe, that safe with
Yeah,
this whole entire family, that he felt
yeah,
safe enough to go, if I don't understand, this is what I thought you were saying. Is it not what you said?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, my dad was very headstrong with me sometimes. It's just like, okay, Dad, chill down a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just know I
yeah,
just know the last conversations that I had with him, Lucas. He just really seemed okay to go. And I know a lot of people. And when you talk to them and they just go, Yeah, I had a good life and I'm ready to go. And it's like when they say that, there's like, they already mentally in their mind are done with this, like going from junior high to high school. And
Yeah, yeah.
they're just like, hey, I'm ready. And every time I asked him what I could do for him and just please tell me if I could do anything. And he always said, take care of my son and pray for my son. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm praying for you and I'm here for you. And I want you to know that you can call me anytime that you want.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you've been a great friend. I mean, it's just crazy that I can't talk to dad anymore, even about like football or like that. It's crazy. So, but
Very, very bizarre. So
yeah,
anything else
yeah,
you want to say? I don't want to keep. I know when you're in that
yeah,
mode, it's like, hey, I said it.
yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, this emotion comes in waves, like you say, it does. So I haven't cried in a while, so I guess I was due for a cry, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
So no,
just
I'm good. I mean, I just need
good.
to reconnect with the community. I think it's now I gotta get past this. It's just part of the grieving process.
Yep.
So that's all it is. So my dad will be greatly missed. Everyone loved him. I think he knew that, and so I think he'd be proud of me what I said and stuff.
Oh,
So
definitely. I watched an interview one time with Keanu Reeves. Was like on one of the talk shows with one of the nighttime talk hosts, and
mm,
they just said straight out. He said, "Well, you're so in this stuff, you know what I mean, Matrix or whatever movies that he does." And he goes, "What do you
yeah,
think? What do you think happens to you when you die?" And Keanu Reeves sat there for a while, and you could see he was thinking, and he just goes, "A lot of people that love you are gonna miss you." And I thought,
yeah,
dang, it's like
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
happens to me when I'm gone, but I just think a lot of people that love me are gonna miss me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's very true. Very true. Yeah.
yeah, and I know we all
Mm,
got different beliefs and stuff, and I just want you to know that ever since your dad graduated, that's the way I like looking at it. Is I've been
yeah.
talking to him, I've been asking for his guidance and his help, so it's be pretty cool watching it go ahead. So you got some more people up there, Lucas. How many
Yeah.
siblings do you have?
Just one. Just one.
Just one? How many
Yeah.
grandkids do
Yeah.
you have?
This face. Face is the only one.
Wow.
Yeah. 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 I just try, just briefly, I thought, his grandchild be, enough just to get through his pain and stuff. Just wasn't. His mind was too far gone. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It was
Yeah,
what it
that's the way
was.
that
So,
and that's the way he explained it to me too. He just
yeah.
he goes, I hope you never have to deal with this, but he says everything I'm trying to get my mind to do for me just doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, because I told us like reconnect, get back on school, just reconnect, just talk to somebody,
Yeah.
besides me, I was really trying to push him, say I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Just can't. He can't.
Wow.
And it just sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
definitely does.
wish, I wish I could have done something to help him more, but I did a lot. I
Look
best
at
like my ability.
I'm telling you, Lucas, from the talks that I had personally with him, don't ever blame yourself that you couldn't do more.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm
know. That's what
telling you.
everyone's telling me.
I'm telling you, that is the truth. You got to believe him when he says that to you.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah, I
like going,
know.
maybe I could have done something. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty bullheaded too. So
Yeah.
I was trying to shake him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
But
the will is it's in the science of getting rich. The will is an incredible deal, man. And
yeah.
when people use their will to focus on something either that they want or they don't want anymore, and
Yeah.
that's what I could. hear your father saying. Your father was saying, I'm done hurting. I'm done beating myself up, wanting my mind to do what I would like it to do, and it just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, yeah, he was definitely at that point. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely was.
Well, thank you
But
for
I
coming
guess,
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I thank everybody for the condolences. Like I said, it's a great community, and it's definitely helped me a lot through this process. So yeah,
good.
thank you, everybody. Mhm.
Well, thank you, Lucas, and I'll make sure, Craig, if we can maybe copy the comments and make sure that you send them to Lucas privately. I know a lot of people putting a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
did.
Well, I
Mhm.
love you. I wish I was there to give you a
Yeah,
big bear
yeah, I
hug.
know. Love you too, Robert.
I would give you such a big bear hug, it'd make you feel uncomfortable. You'd be going, listen, that's enough. I'm not gay. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like,
yeah. Right.
Everybody give him a big bear hug. Those that have their cameras on. We're there with you, Lucas. We really are.
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, love ya, love ya.
Love you too.
Well, wow. I think this is probably going to be a better subject than even we talked about. Hi, Rebecca. Great to have you on here. Our new Wisdom Council member. Everybody give her a good head clap. So hi, yeah, hi, Star Scott. I'm trying. Jim is on here. I don't. Oh, Michael and Angela. So thanks for getting on here. So yeah, my title for today really goes into the same line with our brother Bill. It's really simple. It's really understanding that you're the greatest miracle in the world, and understanding that you're not only a miracle but you're a gift. One of my favorite things to always look at, and I'll share this with you guys, is the first time that I heard this phrase, your life is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. It's it's always been really, really, really a key thing. And I looked at our brother Bill and our family member, as a gift. And what I want each and every one of you to know is that I did another post today too, and it was just about everyone wants to know what they should do, and I think the biggest thing that you got to understand is when you understand that you're a miracle, when you really truly get that you're a miracle, then what I think really happens to people is whether you grow up around, people that have said things to you, or religion, organized religion, or the way that the school system is. It's like all this stuff that we do from the moment that we realize that we're a miracle. We look at, we're talking about Ezra, our new grandkid and grandson, and he's
Perfect.
perfect, yeah. Like a lot of people say. And one of the things is that, as he grows up, to just protect someone like that from the world, because that's when all of a sudden the world tells you that you're not this and you didn't do this and what's wrong with you in here. And one of the things that I really, really dislike about organized religion is them just telling you how much of a sinner and a worthless piece of garbage you are. You know what I mean? I grew up Baptist, and there's 400 and some thousand religions out there. But this whole concept of you're not okay just the way you are. And so then what ends up happening is we start beating ourselves up, right? And it's like, I didn't do this, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do this. And really, all those thoughts come from compare-itis. You know what I mean? That if you don't look at yourself as a miracle and you don't look at yourself as a gift, then you just very simply see, well, look what she's doing. Look what he's doing. Look what that person's doing. I mean, they look how much stuff they've done. Look how much, whatever. And my whole thing is if you compare who you are against other people, you're always going to end up losing. There's always someone that's going to be better. There's always going to be someone that was at the right place at the right time. So comparing yourself to other people is, again, making you not look the special person that you are. And so when I sit down and I've had a lot of one-on-ones and a lot of personal breakthroughs with people, and it always comes down with their negative thoughts about themselves. Always, 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 always. And so I thought it was pretty neat because the post that I posted today, and I don't know if some of you have heard this, but it's called the greatest commandment. So if you're just an organized religion person, you have all this stuff in your mind, then the greatest commandment is this: love God with all your heart, with all your soul, all your mind. What I believe, and don't get mad at me, is I don't think people know how to give love enough. And if you understand the sowing and the harvesting, what you sow, so you reap, if you don't really take the time to spend that closeness loving something else, then how can you love yourself? And of course, the greatest commandment is love your neighbor. I can guarantee you that virtually everyone that I can sit down, that I can find a list of individuals that a lot of you do not love. A lot of people have that list and they're focused on that list and they keep seeing that list. And it's like, when I say this statement, it's very difficult for people because, everyone would like to forgive theirself, but you're not going to forgive yourself if you're holding anything against anybody else. You're just not going to. So that's that whole phrase. I think someone told me one time that it was actually in a play, like Romeo and Juliet, but it's this whole concept of that if you really dislike someone or really want harm on someone, that what you're doing is you're basically drinking poison and you want them to die. Is that crazy? And so, so when you really, really understand this concept of, like I've shared with a lot of you, if you knew me before I got around people that understood this stuff, this is my personal testimony.
Asshole.
And
Huge asshole.
And I don't know any other way to explain it, and
Yeah.
I had a chip on my shoulder. I believed 1000% that the world was out to get me. And here's the crazy thing. I had documentation in my previous stories to prove what I just shared with you guys. It's like even when I got out of prison, people would go, "Oh my God, you were in prison?" And I said, "Yeah, I goofed around and broke into a warehouse and stole a beer truck, a semi truck full of beer, and had a school party. And I just turned 18, and everyone was saying to me, so why would someone doing that, get sentenced to 5 years in federal penitentiary with 3 suspended, right? And everybody I always talk to, I haven't had one person that said to me, "Oh, you deserve that." And so when I got sentenced, even my court-appointed attorney was going, "I don't understand why this happens. I'll appeal it, blah, 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 blah," while they're hauling me off to federal pen. And even the parole board gave me 50%, cut in my, 2-year sentence to a year, a little over a year, because they couldn't believe that the judge sentenced me to that much time on my first felony offense. You see what I mean? And so what I find out later is he was just trying to make a point out of me, right? And to be brutally honest, I don't blame him because there was just a lot of stuff that they knew I did that they never could pin on me. It's like, I was not a good guy. I had this philosophy, and this philosophy is rich people have insurance. So if I can't afford it and they have it like race car parts. I would go to different cities where I knew people had race cars, and that stuff would end up being mine. So it's like, it was like I just wasn't a good guy. And it was because I was just getting passed from home to home to home. And then my attitude, without a shadow of a doubt, and I brought this up as so important, is that you really truly become who you hang around. If there's anything I want more for this community and this family, is for you to consistently hang around a group of people that love you. They accept you for who you are. They want to take the time to really, really help you. And that's so important. That's so important. I see Ben's got an audience, so I just wanted to wave. I know all the people behind Ben, that's his support team. So I just wanted to say hello. I love you guys. So the one thing is really when you understand that you're a gift. So now I hang around somebody and they're giving me encouraging words. They tell me, hey, Robert, you're the greatest miracle in the world. Because they knew that if I didn't take all that stinking thinking and get it out of my head, that I was just going to continue to be the person I am. So how many of you know people that really, really want to change their lives? They really want to change their lives, but they just don't. Do you guys know people like that? It's because they do not believe they're a miracle. They do not. Well, I think I'm a miracle. No, you're not, because you're not. Nothing that you're doing is showing that. So when you really realize that you're unique, in the book it talks about proclaim your uniqueness. When you really realize that there's no one like you, never has been, never will be, and then you can start acting like you're unique, and you don't act or want what other people want. Are you hearing me? It's like the number one focus that you do is you focus on your relationship with the entity that made you that gift and miracle. And you say, what makes me unique enough? What gift do I have to give to the world? So if I went with every one of you, that would be like really, really a lot of pressure. So I would never do it. But if I asked each and every one of you and we opened up the mic and I asked every one of you, I said, what gift did God give you? Even if you don't believe in God. I go, what is your gift? What is the one thing that makes you unique? Let you guys think a little bit. And here's what it is. Your voice. Your voice is unique. Do you guys realize that if someone recorded you and your voice was in a database, that when they played your voice, they would say, that's Rebecca. That's Rebecca David. That's how unique digitized our voice are, just like our DNA. Well, then let me ask you another one. If your voice is unique, then isn't your story and your journey unique? See, a lot of you have had good and bad things happen in your life and in your journey, and your voice can speak to those that have similar journeys. When I talk to Rebecca and Deborah and Melody, Lisa Marie, Sandy, all these women, they have a heart for their journey to help other women get past it. Isn't that amazing? It's like, well, what is unique to me? Unique to me, I've been through a lot of stuff. And I've done a lot of work on myself. And I think by doing that work on myself and going through the layers of the onion and learning to love myself and accept myself, I'd like to help other women with that journey. Is that your unique gift? If your journey is unique and no one else has your journey, the answer is yes. Absolutely yes. And for men, your journey's unique too. And so the whole concept of realizing that you're a miracle, realizing that you're unique, and then spending as much time as you have to. The one thing about my story and my journey that's very, very, very unique is the things that I went through before I was 20 years old that allowed me to have a lot of individual time getting to build my relationship with whatever I call that. If you guys have been around me a lot, I know that everyone on here has a different definition of love. But every one of you also have a different definition of God, a different definition of faith, and so also the faith that we have as a sister here. It's like so if everyone would write a different paragraph, if I asked you to explain God or Jesus or the Holy Spirit, then every one of you would have a different paragraph. That's how unique it is. So for you to really take the time to build that relationship with whatever you think it is. See, most people do organized religion and school and all of this stuff. When I sit down and talk to people, they always have this one statement. Not everyone, but most everyone, is they have this statement: "Is I've had up to here with God. I'm done hearing about God." You know what I mean? I'm just, that's enough. And I'm thinking, man, they didn't, none of this was taught to them. Instead, it was like, you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't think that way. See what I mean? It's like, what do you mean? I'm unique. No one's got my DNA. Yeah, but you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't think that way. And then if there's bad things that happen in your life, especially if people have done bad things to you, then it's got to be your fault, right? It's got to be your fault. So when I met Terry, and I'm not a very good guy, right? I honestly thought this. If I really, really allow this person super close to me and I fall in love with her, she's just going to leave me like everybody else. So because of all the people that I hung around in my journey before her, why does she get that treatment? Huh? It's like, so when I hang around people, again, the importance of who you hang around is so, so, so important. Is because as soon as I met somebody that asked me what my dreams were, what my imagination is. Okay, I don't know where to go. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on? I don't know what's going on.
No, what she wrote, I thought it was funny.
I just won't stop talking to read it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But my whole point again was what? Dang it.
To be a good person.
Yeah, I guess
Be around better people that make you a better person.
yeah. Oh, I know where I am. So when I started hanging around people that started helping me imagine what I would like my life to be like, imagine what it would like to be like. Who wouldn't want to be in a loving relationship with someone that really, really, truly cared? No BS whatsoever, that loved you unconditionally. And so it was amazing that the person that I met that was giving me that information, that he did one of those classic things where he goes, if you don't go back to Montana and beg Terry to marry you, it would be the biggest mistake of your life. See, and sometimes it takes someone outside of your head to go, listen, this is what's best for you. Do this. And that's again what I want this whole family to be. I want this whole family to be where each and every one of you, again, if you can spend and take some time and either, what got me in the habit, again, I am always going to bring this up when we're talking about, all the great stuff that Matt did. And we launched, Unlimited Wisdom, the new platform, really yesterday, even though a lot of you already jumped in. The very first thing that my mentor did is, again, told me to go get this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino, and read the book and get back to him. And I did exactly that. And I had a lot of time, a difficulty reading. And so it was difficult for me, but I was able, to get through it. And then I did call him. And then he said, well, listen, are you going to do what the assignment is? And I said, yeah, because I tell people to read that book. And then they read that book. And then I go, are you going to do what the assignment says? And they go, what assignment? And that's when I know, wow, is there any of you that know people that read a book, but they didn't retain any of it? And if you don't retain any of it, then how can you apply it or execute anything in the book? So it said in the book to read chapter 9, the God Memorandum, every day out loud before you go to bed for 100 days. And I thought, why would a multimillionaire give me a book, ask me what the assignment was, and then told me to do that? And the reason that I did it and continue to do it, that's the same book that I shared with Melody. And it's like when it changes your whole entire life, everything about your life, why would you want to stop doing that? So the people that I've introduced that to, including Wanda Kay and Deborah Grady, you know what I mean? Deborah Grady took the time to write out chapter 9 for me and put in a little spiral book and send it to me. Is that crazy? And then Wanda read on a video chapter 9 and put it in a video for me. And then when she did that for me, I asked her to read the rest of the book and put that online. So that's one of the gifts I give to people all the time. So if you're one of those people that if I said to you, hey, if I asked you to read a book and then follow exactly what it says, because how many people know that it says, to renew your mind? See, what a lot of people don't realize is that if you're a person of this earth, then your meat suit is your flesh suit. And most people every day, all day, just run from their meat suit. They just do habits and do things and do things over and over and rituals and stuff, and they just keep doing that. When you are tapped into, instead of the flesh, you tap into the spirit. Now, when you tap into the spirit, you're not of this world. So a lot of people don't realize that I don't know a lot about the Bible or religious stuff. I just know the basics really well. And so then when you tap into the spirit, then you're renewing your mind. And as you renew your mind and your thinking, it changes your heart. And when it changes your heart, that leads you to the right connection. So if there's anything that's more important than anything, is understanding that if you really wanted to change everything in your life, you would do a 100-day assignment. And you look at how much time you have in your life and you're going, listen, I just really, really am not going to put in a half hour a day. I know my life sucks. I'm miserable. I haven't found my gift. I don't know who I am. I don't know how to forgive and love myself. I know all that shit, but I'm not going to do anything for a half hour for 100 days to change it. Isn't that crazy? And Melody knows this because when Melody and I first connected, she would call me and she would be having a really bad day. And all I would ask her is, what day are you on? And she'd get mad at me. she'd get really, really, really mad at me. And I'm going like, she's going, okay, okay. You know what I mean? Now she's been doing it for years, right? She said 3,990 days.
Oh, I can't.
Oh,
That's more than 10 years, that's for sure.
yeah. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. If I could do anything for you, here's where I need you to be. That when you wake up in the morning, you're so jacked out of your mind for another day, and you're so jacked out of your mind that you had an incredible restful sleep, a deep sleep where you feel energized and you have enthusiasm and thesos, God within. And then you immediately start being grateful for being such an incredible, unique miracle and gift. And as you know that you're a miracle and a gift, now you know that all things, through him is possible. Now what you do is you say, I'm going to use my gift and I'm going to use my voice with enthusiasm to tell the world. And then each and every day, as you tell that to the world, the miracle and the gift that you know that you are, your message will touch the people that are necessary, and all the people and all the resources and all the money that you need will come to you. And money will never be an issue in your life ever again, but neither will freedom and fulfillment. There's nothing more fulfilling in the world than having people send you messages all day saying, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be this. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be this. All of you deserve those messages every day. All of you deserve them. But are you a miracle? Are you a gift? Because if every one of you, sort of this is a little joke, but it's not. But if every one of you looked at yourself the way Terry looks at Ezra, your days would be freaking awesome. You know that? How many of you have seen these little pictures where you see someone looking at somebody else and it's like, man, if I only had one person that looked at me that way all the time. And whether you realize this or not, that person's looking at you right now. And that's the way they feel. But if you don't believe that, then the other one I was going to bring up instead of Ezra, I was going to say that if every one of you could have, someone look at you each and every day the way that Dex and Leo look at Terry.
All day long. All day.
They're just stage 5 clingers, you know what I mean?
All day.
And so each and every one of you deserve that. Hi, Phyllis. Thank you for jumping on. But I love each and every one of you. Please watch this over and over again. If you already have read The Greatest Miracle in the World and did the 100 days, why not start over? So I thought launching yesterday, what would be my first master's mind? And this is my first master's mind, without a doubt. Because as soon as you get up every day and realize that you're a miracle and you're a gift, you learn to love yourself. You'll then start loving others. And how you do that is spending personal time with the person that created you. And we'll spend more time doing everything else, but spending time with the miracle we are. Say so. That's all distractions. That's all distractions, and it keeps us. I have you guys ever heard this? I will say one other thing. I always say this because it comes to me. There's a speech out there by Good Day. What is the old guy? This is so and so. Good day. You know what I mean?
Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey. So Paul Harvey did a speech, and the speech was, what if Satan, the devil, we did a master's mind of outwitting the devil, right? And if the devil wanted to destroy the world or destroy the United States, what he would do. And if you listen to that, the number one thing that he's doing is getting you to drift. He needs to take every millisecond of your time and make you feel not good about you. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? He wants you constantly, all day, every day, going, geez, I'm so lazy. Geez, I'm such a procrastinator. Oh my God, I know this stuff, but I don't do it. You know, why? Why do I eat this? Why do I do this? Why do I keep doing this all the time? And he laughs and giggles and says, I'll see you tomorrow. And from the time that you get up, it's like, oh my God, I'm in pain. Oh my God, I can't handle my bills. Oh my God, I don't have any money. And you just get in this worry stuff. And then you go, well, you know, if I was supposed to do what I was supposed to do, and it's like, no, you didn't do what you were supposed to do because it should have started before you went to sleep because you should have read chapter 9 so you could feel in your head and your heart that you're unique, that you're a gift, that you're a miracle. That should have been marinating while you're sleeping. No, you're on your phone doom scrolling or watching some stupid thing on Netflix. So then when you went to bed, you're not sleeping. You're not getting a good night's sleep. So then you got to take something so you can sleep better. I'll stop. I think you guys know where I'm going. So I don't need to tell some of you what your habits already are, what your routine is already, right? It's like, how can you reprogram that? How can you reprogram and get yourself in a position where you're always thinking great things about yourself? Because I think you're awesome. I think you're awesome.
I know I'm awesome. I tell myself that all the time. I walk into Walmart like I'm the biggest fucking deal ever.
So I love you all. Thank you so much, Melody, Phyllis, Matthew, Hannah, as we've been getting pictures. Jim, Deborah, Dustin, Rebecca. So great to see you again. Faith, Michael and Angela, Coach Bob, Ben, Lisa Marie, Lucas. Thank you so much for jumping on here. I love you. I love you. I hope you think that I hope you know that your dad thought you were a miracle. You know what I mean? So yeah. You don't have to worry about making your dad proud of you. He already was.
Yeah, when I was going to his place, this was his book because I didn't have one. So now I got my dad's copy.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, man. That
Yeah, I know it's coincidence, but it was just sitting right down his desk. That was a coincidence, I think.
wow.
Yeah.
I just wish he kept reading it.
Yeah, me too. But I feel tons better actually getting on now. So I mean I feel a lot better. So
Good.
yeah.
Watch this over and over because we love you. We love you and we're here for you. Yep.
Yeah,
We're here
love you
every
guys
day.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come jump in and let us tell you how great you are. So I don't know where I was, but it's closest with the mostest. Craig, maybe I didn't say Deborah, my lovely wife Terry. We'll see you guys soon and see you for I love hearing Craig always say what we're doing tomorrow. So
All right. Well, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, we have our very famous Monday morning recess. So we want you to be a part of it. It's kind of an open forum where we bring everybody on and we just chat with your coffee, with your Immunitech, Immunical, or whatever it is you do in the morning or during that hour, depending upon what time you listen. Okay, Sunray. But that's today, Lisa Marie. That's today. It's not tomorrow. Okay, you're reminding us to take it today. Okay, fine. Got it. Not a problem. And then, of course, every day next week, beyond Monday, starting at noon Pacific and 3 Eastern, we have the rest of our schedule. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday is Daily Wisdom. Thursday is Inner Circle. Saturday, Ask Us Anything. We're right back here on Sunday with our amazing Master's Mind. So, bless you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. There are a few things in the meeting chat. If you want to save that, click on the three dots in the meeting chat, then click on Save Chat. It'll download to your computer as we conclude. Until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and unmute so we can all say so long and have a great Sunday.